pump the motor. Oh shit, still have water in it. Welcome back to the channel. It's been at least a couple weeks we've done any kind of video. And you know, what's funny is I subscribed to vidIQ. It's supposed to help me increase my channel and viewership and stuff. And so I asked it on recommendations, and it said you're ugly and stay out of your videos and just make the content about the stuff you're working on. I'm like, damn man, I used to be a good looking man when I was younger, but I guess it is what it is. This is a approximately 40-year-old Hayward pool pump. Came out of a custom installed hot tub in Annapolis. Motor still runs, but it's got a significant starting problem. So this motor's never going to go back into service. But we're going to tear it down today and see if we can figure out what happened to it. I have a feeling that the guy's control malfunctioned. It was an old Catalina control. And I have a feeling the power, it got supply power on both the high and low speed coils at the same time. That'll cook a motor real fast, like trying to drive your car 2 different gears at once. But we switch to a different camera and we'll get started on this guy. All right, first thing we got to do here is reach in here and get the actual motor unbolted from the pump. Start with these 2 bolts right here. We've got the bolts out. Now we just need to separate the pump the motor. Oh shit, still have water in it. Oh well, it's a garage. First thing we need to do here is lock this rotor. On these older A.O. Smith motors, there's a double D feature on the back of the motor shaft here. Let me get some stuff out of your way so you can see. And grab a 7/16 inch wrench. You got to find a spot where you can get that real flat to get that underneath the rotating part of the switch. There we go. So you can see we're locked in real good. So we've got the rotor locked. Help from a pair of big giant channel locks. Go ahead and break that impeller loose. Get him turned off of there. Feels like an old one with plastic threads in it. So it can never be reused. Yeah, it's definitely got plastic threads. Already been off by now. Yeah, so it's just threaded plastic. That was a terrible design. They went to brass years and years ago. And there's the shaft seal. So you got graphite, rides up against a piece of ceramic. And the 2 pieces are so smooth water can't pass between them. That's a PS201 size, and they are very good shaft seals. Okay, this is the diffuser right here. None of this stuff is ever going back together, so it really doesn't matter what it is. Don't really need this universal on here. I'm just got it so I can kind of stay out of the way of the camera with the tools. I can go off to the side here. And that's the adapter plate. Pull that off. Don't need that anymore. See if we figure out what went wrong with this guy. Switch to a slightly smaller impact here. These through bolts out. One didn't want to come out of there. All right, the through bolts are out. The next thing we want to do is remove this starter switch. Kind of want to inspect that too. This is more than just a bracket. Depending on how tight you tighten this screw, crushes this bracket, and that's what sets the gap in the switch. Oh, she got to burn up. The starter switch is cooked. So this is mounted in the pump like this. The centrifugal clutch pushes up on these nylon pieces and closes the switch. So this is run, this is start. So in start, it's sending power to the capacitor and to the starter coils. As soon as it hits a certain amount of RPMs, it opens up, and then the power is just going to, in this case, the low speed coils. The high speed coils generally don't require power from the starter switch to run. And since they run on different legs, they should never be on at the same time. They just use the switch as a way to send power out to the low speed. And then when the high speed is engaged, there is no power going to this pole, so they don't really need to do that. I'm gonna take this thing apart and show you what was wrong with it. A.O. Smith is really smart in the way they used to build things. A.O. Smith's really smart in the way they used to build things. So this is a single speed starter switch. And then you add this one on top, and now it's a 2-speed starter switch. And so they just, you know, one part, and they just add this other part to it to make it a 2-speed switch. So we look at these points. Man, that is cooked. But that's 40 years of use. This is probably an original switch. So I don't think this is what caused the motor to fail. This motor still started and ran, but it was just running hard. It was running like half speed. And then the thermal overload would kick out after a couple of minutes. There you go. All right, that's out of there. Centrifugal clutch, centrifugal switch. Everybody calls it something different. There we go. All right, so there's the rotating assembly. That, ooh, the rear bearing's going. Listen to that thing. Oh God, that sounds horrible. That's what a bad bearing sounds like. Let's get rid of this for now. Usually do this from a little fold-up work table. But, tap this end bell off. There we go. Pop right off. And see what we got going on inside here. We got some really tight wires. Good God. It actually doesn't look too bad, except for, and I knew this, pull these wires through. This thing's never going back together. There we go. So there's why she stopped running after 40 years. It actually burned up the connection here. Oh, them coils are cooked down inside there. Let me see if I can show you. I don't know if my light is good enough, but they're black as coal when you see down and past there. Let me see if I get the light on there a little bit better. I don't know. I'm not a cameraman, but so she's done. She's scrapped now. It's a shame. This motor's over 40 years old. A.O. Smith motors, very high quality motors, and I'm not sure what caused the failure, but I'm pretty sure it was due to 2 speeds being engaged at the same time. It was a very, very old Catalina control. Doesn't mean anything to you, but they weren't very good when it came out 45 years ago, and they haven't gotten any better in the last 40 years. So we installed a new Hayward OmniX variable speed pump on this unit, and it actually works a lot like the VFD, Bluetooth VFD that I made. You can either hook it up to a gateway, use it through the internet, through a laptop or your phone, or you can just connect to it directly with Bluetooth and use an app to set all your timers, and once all that stuff's set, that motor will run autonomously with no other interaction from you to come on. You have it come on at high speed when you want to use the unit, or you can actually go on the app and turn it on when you want to use a specific access. So it's pretty cool. Pretty expensive pumps. I think they're $1,200 to $1,500, but it basically replaces your entire control system, everything else. So it's a good option for somebody who's got a really, really old piece of equipment. And I think that's going to wrap it on this one for today. And see what else we can get into this morning here on this snowy day in Maryland. Thanks.